Here are 5 things that you didn't know ChatGPT could do. Number 1 is screenshot to text. So essentially what this is, you can take a picture of anything. Notes, restaurant menu, anything in between. And if you actually upload it to ChatGPT and you can ask it to convert it to a clean copy, what this will actually do is give you a clean copy and a clean format of everything, whatever you just took a picture of. I like doing this sometimes if something I'm doing is hard to read, or if I just don't feel like reading the whole thing, I can take a picture of it, say convert it to a clean copy and summarize, and then it will give me a summarized, clean version of anything that I ask it to copy. This can be really useful, especially if you're in school or if you're somebody who has to read a lot of handwritten notes, things like that, because sometimes it's just very difficult to read some people's handwriting. So this could just be a useful tool for you. Number 2, and this is something I actually use every single day almost, which is summarizing YouTube videos. So what you can actually do is take any YouTube video, go and type up on Google transcript YouTube video, then go to any of the links, any of them work. I can't recommend a website, they all change so much. Go into any of those websites and actually paste the YouTube link that you just copied. From there, it should give you a full transcript that you can copy and or download. Head over to ChatGPT, paste it in there, or upload the file. From there, you can just ask ChatGPT to give you the keynotes, summarize it, or however you like to read it. So for example, if you are watching a video about AI, you can say give me the specific tips on here, and it'll give you a full PDF breakdown. So for example, if you're watching a tutorial on how to cook chicken, you can just take the transcript, upload it to ChatGPT, and then just ask ChatGPT to write you down the recipe and steps. Then from there, it'll give you out a nice simple written guide on how you can cook chicken without having to watch a 10-20 minute video. This is really useful, especially if you're trying to watch and get a lot of information at once and you don't feel like watching 30-minute videos every single time. You only want the parts that matter. So instead of having to watch the whole video, again, you can just copy the URL, get the transcript, upload it to ChatGPT, get the parts you want, tell it to summarize whatever you want. You can have it summarize the whole video if that's what you want. You can tell it to bullet point every important part of the video, things like that. But this is something that's very useful, and if you are not using it, make sure you use it. It's so incredibly useful. Number 3 is you're writing something in different tones, right? So for example, if I'm writing something to my dad, or if I'm writing something to my grandpa, or if I'm writing something to my teacher, or if I'm writing something to my friend, all of these different tones are most likely different. If I got to tell all of them the same thing, what you can actually do is just tell ChatGPT, take this text and put whatever text is in there and say, make it into this tone. For example, you have a very rude kind of message, you say, take this tone and make it more friendly. Take this tone and make it more professional. I use this a lot, honestly. If I'm talking with more of my business partners, I'll write out a message, and if I wanted to sound or be a little bit more clear so I'm not wasting anyone's time, I'll just take it to the ChatGPT, say, make this more clear, make it more concise, make it more professional. From there, in about 5 seconds, I'll get an entire thing spit back to me. Then now I can just copy and paste that over, and now it looks a lot better. It's easier to read. It's just a win-win for everybody. So if you're not using this, make sure you use it. Again, it can just make it easier for everybody because ChatGPT can format it correctly so it's easier to read. So whenever they're trying to read messages, it's not all over the place. There's not incorrect commas. There used to be tools like Grammarly back in the day. Those are obsolete now. Obviously, just use ChatGPT. It makes it so much easier. Number 4, which is written, this one's super important. I think a lot of people should use this in their more day-to-day, which is a create step-by-step plan. For example, you can say create a step-by-step gym plan for me, and in 5 seconds, ChatGPT will write you out a step-by-step gym plan. Again, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know the most important thing about AI is going to be context. So the more context you can give AI, the better. So for example, if you go, I'm going to Planet Fitness to hit chest, can you please give me a step-by-step workout? That gives it more context. It knows what gym you're going to, what machines that gym has. It also knows what kind of muscle you're trying to work out. So from there, it can create you a more detailed step-by-step plan, and it's more tailored to you. The more information you give it, the better. You can say, hey, this is how much I weigh, this is how much weight I can push, things like that. It can do it even better, and you can use this again for anything. If you're trying to clean your car out, hey, write me a step-by-step plan on how I can make sure my car is detailed properly. Or if you're trying to make your bed better, or if you're trying to cook dinner better, or if you're trying to script YouTube videos. The super powerful tool is just say, write me out a step-by-step plan. And I think a lot of people like to ask ChatGPT questions, but they don't say, and they don't specify to write them out a step-by-step plan, making it kind of summarize more than it is actionable steps, right? So if I'm like, I want to detail my car, what do I do? ChatGPT will give me a nice long form thing, but if I'm like, write me out a step-by-step plan, it's going to be a lot easier to follow. It's going to say, do this, then this, then this, then this, versus just, this is what you have to do. It's pretty useful. Make sure you're using that. What I really like, and I use this one almost every single time, all these things I'm telling you is stuff I use in my day-to-day as well. So like every single one of these I use almost every single day in some form. So which number 5 is explain this at any level. So for example, if I'm reading something that I just don't understand or it's too complicated, I can literally copy paste it or just take a picture of it, show ChatGPT, and say, explain this like I'm a 5th grader. It's so much easier to understand. It's using less complicated words. Or vice versa, if I'm writing something and I want it to be a little bit more advanced, or if I want it to sound like I'm just some genius, I can say, hey, write this out like I'm some genius. It's something that I think a lot of people already know about, but something a lot of people aren't using because they just forget about it. I think if you're going to be able to take very complicated things and have ChatGPT break it down to you on a level that it's very easy to understand, then you're going to be able to exceed a lot easier. As if you're somebody that, let's say, you know a lot about cars or, you know, mechanic work, then you can say, explain this, I'm a mechanic, as a mechanic term. For example, if you have a keyboard and your keyboard breaks, explain in mechanical terms how to put my key on my keyboard back on. Things like that. Those are little tricks that you can do to AI, and again, it's just context, telling it what you know very fluently and very well, and they can utilize that to kind of explain things deeper into your head. If you're somebody that's interested in AI and you want to learn more about AI, make sure you guys check out my YouTube channel. I do upload videos every single week, multiple times throughout the week, on different tips and tricks that you can use for AI.